Howdy folks, I want to show you something here that'll improve your DCS performance regarding memory. So without further ado, let's get DCS fired up. As you can see, I'm sitting at about 3.9 gigabytes of memory right now in the system. DCS is loading up. And we're at this screen. We're at 4.7. Okay, all's good. So let's go into something simple to start with. I want to show you. So I'm just going to set on the tarmac somewhere in single player. And we'll go from there. Now, as you see, as it's loading up, I'm up to 5.1, 7.5. Of course, memory keeps climbing. You all guys know that. And we are on the tarmac. Okay, here we go. We're in game. Turn on our LEDs. Look around some. Use up some of that memory. Just take a look around. Okay, so let me pull back up my memory monitor here. So we're at 10.7 gigs, sitting on tarmac out here. This is commit memory. Basically, that's your page file and inclusive of what's in your RAM. So now let's exit out and go into a multiplayer server. Let's pick one that's got, we got 41 people in here. This is Poplar 1. We'll load in. Still sitting at about 10.7. Starting to go up as expected. So everybody knows you go in the multiplayer, you use more RAM, got more information to store. And we should be getting close to loading up here. Memory use is still creeping up. Only got 16 gig in my system. Letting this fucking thing load. Alright, so we're up and in. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to come in, we're going to set on tarmac. And here we are. Turn arrow. Look around. Well, we can do some F2. That's always interesting. We all know that that takes a lot of RAM. You also see some interesting stuff. Pretty paint job there. And as you well know, that this is using up tons of system memory. And we'll show that. So see what our memory's at right now. 15.5 gig. And everybody knows the longer you play, the worse it gets. Okay. Well, the problem is programs don't manage your memory well, and neither does Windows. Windows relies a lot on the programs to call it up, and there's lots of things that cause that problem. But anyway, let's run this little program called Cleanmem. Now watch what happens to the RAM usage. So we'll just sit here on the tarmac. Nothing going on here. Want to be out of everybody's way. Well, RAM's starting to go down. And what it's doing, this program is using Windows appies to go in and clean stuff up. So we're at 10.7. So I'm freeing up about 5 gigs of RAM so far. That's quite a bit. And it's still going down. Now, I want to show you something interesting here. I'm not just running DCS. I've got DCS, I've got a command prompt open, I've got my R tracking, I've got task scheduler open, I've got the task manager, which is a good thing to bring that up because everybody might not be familiar with the one I'm using. As you can see here, this task manager is reporting the same thing as this task manager is going. I'll get a little bit more into that here in a minute. I'm online in the multiplayer. Well, a bunch of stuff running. OBS, 1080p, 60 hertz. Oh, yeah. And not to mention, I got Chrome up too, with a couple of tabs. Everybody knows how much Chrome eats up. This is a program that I'm using. It's called Cleanmem. I use a portable one that require install and do it different ways. I want to show you how I run the program. I run it with my task scheduler. So I have the program in the task scheduler set up to trigger at startup and every 5 minutes thereafter. Now I've got it disabled obviously because I wanted to demonstrate this. So I'll go ahead and re-enable it. But with this trigger, it won't start running again until I restart the machine. That's the way it works when I'm telling it to do. So I'm going to go ahead and restart it. And for the process of or purpose of this video, I'm going to add a new task. I'm going to tell it to run every minute just to show you what happens here. Now I don't recommend you run it every minute. You don't need to every 5 minutes, but you can run it how often you like. I've been running it for over a year. So we'll go back and it's going to run every minute. And as you look around inside DCS, you know, again, I'm going to have to load up some RAM. Damn, it's a pretty paint job. You know, I got to pull in data. Let's see how this guy here does for a second, maybe. Oh, he just finished. You know, I'm filling up lots of memory. Usually when I go online, I'm looking around, spectating, learning. You usually see some pretty interesting things going on, players in the game. Now let's see where we're sitting. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, glitch. So see, we're up to 12.4 gigabytes of RAM. It's climbed back up. Well, remember, I set that to run every minute. So we should be able to see here in a moment that Cleanmem will run again, as I've got it set up my task scheduler to do that, and boom, it did, and it dropped. Now, if I wasn't running that Cleanmem program, you wouldn't have seen that memory clean up. And, Windows might have eventually got around to it, but that doesn't do you any good. And as memory leaks keep going and increasing and increasing. So I'm online, multiplayer, 8.6 gigs, and I'll probably go down more. At DCS, OBS, Task Manager, and Chrome. Again, we all know how Chrome eats memory with all of these tabs open. I'm in DC multiplayer, 8 gigs of RAM being used. Not a problem. It will help you tremendous. So another little program, this task manager here is very useful. As you can see, it shows physical memory at what time it is. Another great benefit to this program is, I don't know why it's not included in Windows. It tells you a lot of information by just putting your pointer over the program, and you can go down through and see it. It's absolutely a fantastic program for troubleshooting. Beats shit out of Task Manager. So I highly recommend that. I'm not going into depth and detail. I'm just showing you how I run it. And again, I run it when I start at my machine. Run it every 5 minutes. Works all the time on all programs. It just works fantastic. It'll improve performance and everything. So I hope you've liked this little video. It's a repeat of one I did about a year ago, and hopefully this one is a lot better. So if you like it, you give it a try. I'm sure others would like your feedback too. Don't ever listen to just one person. Well, I'll see y'all later.